Back with that epic ass music, dude. Hell yeah. Welcome back to Katawa Shoujo with Nick Randoms88 narrating this shit. Second story out of 5. I hope I'm actually beating Chilled right now, because I'm on like part 10 and act 3 of my second story, so. Okay, let's see. Rin applies for, and thanks to Namiya pressuring the principal, I'm sure, is granted leave for the rest of the term for exceptional extracurricular activities. She has to make up for it during summer vacation, but it seems she doesn't mind. Rin will be able to eat and sleep at school, of course. She doesn't have to go to classes. I'm not entirely sure if I envy her or not. It all makes me feel anxious somehow. It's the last day of school for Rin. Feel like I should send her off with a word of encouragement, or at least say something. It was sort of due to my influence that she decided to dive headfirst into this after all. Abuse you. Some of them want to be abused. My class ends a good 20 minutes early, so I walk down the lobby and buy a can of juice, then sit on a bench and wait for Rin, pull out a novel from my bag and search for the place I was at. Time stretches comfortably over the warm afternoon while I idly sip my orange juice, that orange drink, and read a few chapters of the book. The plot doesn't seem to advance at all, but it's all the same for me. Listening to Marilyn Manson and shit. The bell rings to end the school day and students shuffle to club meetings or outside. Nobody notices me sitting on the bench with my nose in the novel. I keep watch for Rin, but I don't see her familiar face or red-tinted hair passing by. Check my watch 20 minutes past the end of class, when the lobby has all but emptied of people again. When Rin should have already managed to get out of class, but either I missed her walking by or she never came downstairs. Perhaps she went to the art club room for some last-minute things instead, or got held back by her strict homeroom teacher. Haven't really waited that long, but have grown tired of it already. I decided to go find her myself. Stuff my book back in the bag and throw the now empty juice can in a trash bin, then climb upstairs. Hold up. Okay. Hallway is eerily quiet, as there are no club rooms apart from the art room nearby. Check there first, but not to even the teacher is in. Coming back towards the stairwell, I quietly knock on the door of 3-4 and push the door open to peek in. Yellow sunbeams across the room, falling across the floor. The dust and the chalk floating slowly in the air make the light almost palpable. The entire room bathes in the gentle light shining through the windows, washing the shadows away. Only one person is inside the classroom. Rin, pass the fuck out on a desk. Rin sits in what I assume is her seat, next to the window in the third row. Her head rests against the desk. I wonder if she slept through it all. Apparently not even Emmy had the heart, or maybe the capability to wake her up. Close the door quietly, walking past the neat, even rows of desks. I go over to where she sits. Rin. My mouth is suddenly so dry that the word comes out as a tiny whisper. She doesn't answer, so I set my bag down on the floor next to hers and lean over her to look at her face. Rin's eyes are peacefully closed, the long eyelashes projecting thin shadows onto her cheeks. Her mouth is slightly open, letting me hear the quiet sound of her breathing. Her usually messy hair is even more so today, lying in complete disarray over half of her face and forehead. Her bag is lying at her feet like a forgotten rag doll. A few books and pens have fallen out of it near her seat. The scene makes me smile a little. Touch Rin's head lightly, sweeping a few stray hairs off her ear. Her hair feels warm against my palm. Rin stirs, and I retract my hand on reflex, feeling embarrassed for touching her so casually. She looks so vulnerable, like any sleeping person. It's impossible not to feel fondness towards her. Sit on the desktop of whoever is in front of Rin, then draw the window slightly open to get some fresh air in. Hopefully it will wake her up, and I won't need to resort to cruder methods. She doesn't wake up, but I didn't really expect her to. Looking at her makes me feel tired as well, to be honest. To be honest, I wouldn't mind a quick nap either, but I content myself with leaning against the large window. The glass is warm against my ear and cheek as these windows face west toward the setting afternoon sun. Oh shit, hold on. That afternoon light is slowly melting into Rin's auburn hair, softening her outlines so that she seems to be fading into her surroundings. Okay, sorry about that. The minute twitches of her muscles, her hair swaying in the air current, the even rhythm of her breathing, it all gives a strong impression of a dreaming girl. Like all sleeping people, Rin looks like she is away from this world, in some distant dream country. With her, it doesn't feel so obvious that she would ever come back. She seems so detached from her surroundings even when she's awake. In fact, she has this same kind of air around her when the realization hits my consciousness without warning. Rin sometimes looks like that when she is painting. Her focused expression gives the same feeling of being on the other side of some imaginary gap as looking at her sleeping face does. Sorry, he started digging that fucking music that came on. Yes, death clock. Feel a pain in my chest. There's no way I can close that gap to be on the same level with her. It hurts, even though I know that it's impossible for any two people to truly understand each other. Yeah, I'm sorry. This music is too loud. I need something quiet. Fade to Black is quiet, so yeah. I need something calming and shit to help with the recording. But Rin, she's almost literally in another world when she's talking about art, thinking about art, or making art. It's a world that I or anyone else really can't share with her, just like the world of dreams. Rin doesn't show any sign of waking up, so I'm faced with the decision to either rouse her myself or wait for her to awaken on her own. I choose the latter. Waiting is something I'm good at. I found that out during my hospitalization, but even the hospital ward was more lively than the school after classes are over. The only sounds in this place are the loud ticking of the clock above the door and distant noises of students down on the grounds. Genuine summer breeze blows inside from the window I cracked open, full of warmth and carrying the scent of light. Look outside and see where it came from, but I'm dazzled almost instantly. The window glass seems to trap all the sunlight within, making it painful to look that way. All I can glimpse through the window are the dark silhouettes of the trees and the wall around the campus against the setting sun's radiance. As I turn to watch Rin, she stirs again. Single tear. Yeah, she shed a tear. I was just like, wait, why? People fucking depressed in their dreams in this place, man. Hold up. Every time I clean off this fucking screen, there's always something else that appears on it. I don't know why. But it pisses me off. Hold up. Alright, we're good. Single tear worms it down from the corner of her eye, slowly making its way across her face before it falls onto the desk. It's tiny, barely a droplet, but it captivates me. Another tear follows the first, and then a third. Feeling of anxiety overcomes me, petrifying me on the spot. So strange, seeing Rin's face peaceful as she sleeps at the same time as tears stream down her cheeks, wetting the wooden desk she rests her head on. I don't know what to do, so I do nothing, just watch the tears roll one by one down her face. I wonder what she's dreaming about. Rin wakes up after one final flinch, or perhaps because of the tears. She sits upright and yawns so excessively it looks like her jaw might dislocate. Ugh. She notices my presence, but her reaction is more like the lack of any reacting at all. It's just an acknowledgement, no startled gasp or anything. Hello. Good morning. She's so groggy she can't even return my smile that I somehow can't stretch to be entirely honest. Ah. Rin notices her wet cheeks and quickly wipes them on the shoulders of her shirt. Seems she isn't all surprised or flustered by them. You cried in your sleep? Bad dream? No, it's nothing like that. Something I've learned to do from other people. It's a funny story. I'll tell you later. On second thought, not really that funny at all. I guess I won't tell you. Did you want something, or did you just come watch me sleep? I wanted to see you after classes. Oh well, it's after classes now, and I'm seeing you right here. Yeah, I just wanted to say good luck, or something. Figure the upcoming weeks are going to be a lot of work for you. Thanks. Rin yawns again and blinks a few times. Feel weird. Didn't really sleep much last night at all. Butterflies in your stomach? What? No, I mean, yes. I know what that means. Butterflies don't really feel so good now. It'll be fine. You are so confident. Someday it will bite you in the ear. Someday it will bite you in the ass. It's gonna be funny. Ugh. I'll look forward to it. I think I have to go. I promised to Miss Sayanji that I'd go there straight after school, and now is after school. Is it okay if I come by sometime? I'm guessing you're planning to work long hours, so if you'd prefer to avoid distractions. It's okay. It's not a distraction. Not like Emmy. Don't bring her with you, though. I wouldn't like that this time. I told her to stay away. I see. Alright, then. Rin stands up and silently walks to the door with me following behind. School's empty hallways, devoid of the casual crowd of students, feel very lonely. It's only a few hours since school ended, but the building seems to be all but deserted. Our footsteps are all that intrudes upon the stillness of the hallways. Oh, damn! Excuse me. That was a big one. Holy shit. One second. I need to like blow my nose or something because it's like stuffed like crazy. Hold on. Where's my Kleenex? Is this my Kleenex? No. Where's my fucking Kleenex? There it is. I'm gonna pause this real quick because this might take a minute. Okay, we're back. The change is sudden, but it shows how the building is just an empty shell, dead without its students and teachers to liven it up. It's like the school has become a private world for just the two of us, a desolate place filled with silence and chalk dust. I'm going to change. She says this out of the blue while we walk down the stairs from the third floor, and it makes me wonder how she views this challenge that lies ahead of her. That's what people must do sometimes. That's the last thing we say to each other that day, even though there's so much that we could talk about. And even those words drown in the all encompassing silence, disappearing into the stagnant air as if they were never said. The next Monday is marked by a strange emptiness that grips me, caused by the knowledge that I won't be able to see Rin whenever I want to anymore. This hollow feeling's a little bit disconcerting, but I make it to the afternoon all the same. My last class is, in a word, terrible. It's not that the lesson is that bad. It is, however, boring, and it's so hot in the classroom that I feel like I'm melting. The air conditioning is either broken or turned off, so the windows are open. It makes no difference since the air outside is completely still. Only the chirping of cicadas carries inside. Sweltering heat permeates the room. Students and teachers alike are in an almost a delirious state. Well, dude, when you're in fucking heat like that, your mind starts to fucking just dehydrate. It's just like, ugh. That's why you always bring water or something. Some cold drink. Okay. I just want to stand up and walk out of here without caring what the teacher or anyone else says. You can see I'm not the only one with these thoughts, too. Next to me, Misha is shamelessly holding her skirt up a bit and fanning air in with her notebook. That's... For her, that's probably normal. Only Shizune seems to be as cool as always, sitting with her back perfectly straight, arms folded on her chest, eyes fixed on the equations scrawled on the blackboard. I keep shooting yearning glances at my watch, but it doesn't help the time go by any faster. It's funny, I remember how badly I wanted to get out of the hospital and go back to school. And all I can think of is the upcoming summer vacation and freedom from classes and homework. Perhaps it's human nature to think only of the situation at hand. Finally, the bell rings. Relieved, my classmates and I burst into the hallway, already crowded by students from our neighboring classes. Spot Emmy's diminutive figure nearby and walk up to her. Hey there. She smiles sweetly, clearly happy to see me. Yeah, Sal, what's up? Is your classroom super hot too? Yeah, it is. Thought I was going to melt in there. Nothing else is really happening, though. Feeling a bit weird now that Rin's on her great adventure, or whatever you want to call it. Rin's face cracks in a wider smile and she jumps up and down enthusiastically. Isn't it great? I'm so happy for her. I bet everyone will like her paintings and she'll sell a lot of them and make piles of money. Yeah, I'm sure it'll work out great. I'm totally sulking at her, though. Yeah, she huffs angrily and places her hands firmly on her hips. Even letting a little anger seep into her voice, it doesn't quite have the impact she's probably hoping for. But I say nothing. Why is that? She said that she doesn't want me to go and see her. Oh yeah, she mentioned that. Guess she prefers to be not distracted. I can understand that. I don't think I'm that much of a distraction. Besides, I'm sure she'll forget about sleeping and eating properly if someone's not there telling her to do it. Sometimes she's like that. Gets completely fixated on whatever and drops everything else. Makes me really... It really makes me worried, you know. Is she going to be alright? Such friendship. I wonder if she thinks I'm annoying. Pretty sure that's not the case at all. Yeah. Emmy shakes her head, looking amused. I'm not sure if she's joking or not. She has these weird ideas about a lot of stuff. Things just make sense to her in a totally different way than they do to me. I can't even remember all the weird stuff she's talked about over all this time. I don't think Rin does either, really. She's the type who would forget her own head if it wasn't attached to her shoulders. That's why I can't just leave her alone. Is that weird? She leans against the wall, managing to look distraught, yet still cheerful as always. Get a strange feeling about it, as though I was talking to two people at the same time. How would I know? Everyone's weird in some way, but if that's yours, it's a very nice way. At least I can understand what you're talking about, unlike Rin. Most of the time I have no idea about what's going on inside her head either. Emmy giggles, nodding in agreement. I think it's okay even if you don't understand her. That's how she usually is. Ugh. Emmy stands up straighter, brushing the hem of her skirt and straightening the waistline. She laughs awkwardly. Ahaha, wow, we ended up talking pretty seriously. What's up with you, Isao? Why'd you bring this up? Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to get into this sort of discussion either. I don't know, I've had this weird feeling lately about Rin. I don't know why. Feel a bit guilty bringing up something like this for no reason except my own anxiety. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Ah! Suddenly, Emmy clutches my wrist and twists it so she can see what time it is from my watch. Oh, damn. This late already? Should really go. There's a meeting with the rest of the track team at the field. Look, it's not going to be fun in this heat. We're going to sweat like pigs, but I promised I'd be there. Bye-bye. Yeah. She skips downstairs, leaving me wondering if what I said, or what Rin said, rather, hurt her or not. Maybe what Emmy herself said hurt her the most, come to that. So in the end, even the person closest to Rin is just as far apart from her as everyone else. I wonder if Rin herself ever feels that distance. I felt that I was drifting away from the world too. During my hospitalization, I felt anxious and depressed. Hold up, gotta move some shit, because I would like to lay down because my feet and my back hurt, and a lot of other things hurt. My friggin' knees hurt. A lot of things hurt. And even now, I sometimes still do, but I fight against it with all I've got. Hold on, back is itching now, god damn it. Itchy, itchy, itchy. God damn it. Itchy tasty, motherfucker. Fucking Resident Evil reference. Hold up, gotta check the time. Oh, we're good. If Rin has been on that side of the divide for her whole life, can't imagine how she could not be lonely. But perhaps she's truly different. I refuse to belong to that other place, but maybe she's found comfort there. As I walk through the hall that afternoon, I glance at my watch. It's almost 4:30. I would normally have a club meeting to attend, but I don't feel like going to the art club at all, so I start heading the opposite way. Feels like a poorly chosen decision. I just know that if I skip club once, I'm going to skip it again and again. This is probably it for me and the art club. It's been bubbling beneath the surface for a while now, though I guess I'll formally quit later. I keep watching the bland linoleum floor while I walk it without a direction. This leads me, perhaps unconsciously, to the school library. It's almost empty and completely quiet. A few studious first years are sitting at the tables, joining efforts to get homework done before dinner time. Yuko is hard at work today, too. She she's methodically going it through a towering stack of books sitting on her desk, checking them one by one and then placing them onto a cart beside her. I greet her as I stop by. Good afternoon. I haven't seen you here for a while. Did you read all of the books already? She seems to be in a good mood. I don't think so. Joined the art club, so I've been passing the time there instead of working my way through your collection. Think I'm going to quit though, so I guess you'll be seeing more of me again from now on. You didn't like the club? Honestly, I don't know. Don't have much of a talent for art, but I didn't hate doing it either. I guess it just feels a bit pointless. Can't really see any purpose in going. The art teacher scares me a little. He scares me too, with his creepy ass. Really? He seems like a really nice guy. Maybe a bit over the top sometimes. Yuko makes a face I can't read, but doesn't say anything further. How are you doing? Something good happened to me today. I didn't flunk my university course. Well, that's great, isn't it? Yes, without the credit I might have been kicked out, and that I'd have had a lot of explaining to do to my family. I'm feeling lucky. I'm really lucky. Think I'm going to buy pudding today to celebrate. Being a university student sounds hard. I'm surprised you're working 2 jobs while still attending. My part-time work really makes it hard to keep up with my studies, and I get yelled at by my student counselor. Then I stay up late studying, I get sleepy at work, and my boss yells at me. But if I quit my jobs, I'll starve. It's like I just can't win. I wonder why it's like that. That's life. In life, you never truly win. You just do a little. You just take the punches of life a little better each time. I don't really know what to say. Yuko really isn't complaining to get empathy out of a guy a lot younger than her. A lot younger. Dude, you're probably only 2-3 years younger than her. She doesn't look that old. She's basically just talking about the facts of her everyday life. Makes me feel even more pity for her somehow. Wow, must be hard for you. I don't know. It's been like this for so long that I've forgotten what it's like to have a normal life. Or maybe this already is a normal life for my age. Is this normal? Is it right? Must be. Why is being normal so depressing? Couldn't say. Not like being abnormal is much different, though. Oh, I didn't mean it like that. Sorry. I just got carried away. It's fine. It was a joke. Sort of. Yeah, sort of. Anyway, you seem to be doing just fine now. Yes, when I feel really down, I take a step back and make a cup of tea. And when I've drunk the tea, I give my mood a kick in the butt and wham. And then I tell myself, now you're going to do this thing, Yuko. And then I go and get it done. That's why I'm working so hard now. She clenches her fist dramatically at the high point of her spirited explanation. It's a bit unclear what she actually means, but it's nice that she is so motivated. Leaving Yuko alone with her work, I head to the back of the library where the novels are. I briefly consider reading something non-fiction for a change, maybe a biography perhaps, but in the end I decide against it. My fingers trace the spines along the rows upon rows of novels. They occasionally pull out the random book so I can read the back and maybe sample the first 2 or 3 pages. Nothing really catches my interest, so I end up picking up a book I'd already read back in March or so at the hospital. I recall liking it. I sit down on one of the beanbag chairs and quickly get sucked into the book, turning pages at a rapid pace. Probably not the fastest reader around, but pretty fast all the same. Reading quickly makes me feel oddly satisfied. Focusing on reading is something I'm pretty good at too. I can cram study pretty efficiently as well, as long as I stay motivated. It's the secret of my good grades, though I'm pretty diligent in class too. That's what Rin and I have in common. She can really focus on painting if she wants to. I know what she's doing now, probably hard at work painting. This distance that suddenly grew between us irritates me. Thought that we were getting closer, but now that feeling's been lost. I'm a bit worried about her too. Can't make sense of my own thoughts. I want to be with her more. Without Rin, I don't really have anyone else at school that I actually talk to. Not like we actually talk very much anyway, but at least we hang out. I really don't want to lose that. If I want to keep that, I have Rin. If I want to keep what I have with Rin going, I have to get involved with making this exhibition happen right at her side. I realize I've been sitting at the same page for a while now. Turn my gaze back to the book I'm reading. The jungle of glyphs has somehow turned into a near incomprehensible cipher. I stare harder at it, expecting the text to start making sense to me. No pattern emerges. Nothing that could take me any further than I am. Hold up. Ugh. Damn. The fuck is up with me today? I had a good dinner, I'm sorry. And I'm drinking Coca-Cola, so that doesn't help either. Root beer doesn't really make me burp. It's a fucking Coca-Cola that does. That and Pepsi. Dazed, I close the book, put it back on the shelf, then sit down and think honestly and hard about what I really want. I think we all know what you want, man. Huh. You want to read in your bed with Benjamin Franklin and Colas Casetas with a bunch of little rose petals. The next day I take the bus into the city. It goes twice an hour starting in the morning, passing by the front gate of Yamaku at 20 minutes past and 10 to the hour. The ride takes considerably longer than the one Namiya gave us in his car. Slowly read a book as the bus makes its rounds through the suburbs, passing it at almost every stop to pick up someone or let them out. Eventually we make it to the last stop at the city center. City is fair-sized, but not too large. It seems to be quiet. Nevertheless, I enjoy the atmosphere. Hold up. So I was like stretching and like wiping my eyes and fucking squinting and shit. Despite being slightly directionally challenged, I find my way from the bus station to the gallery without too much effort, and soon find myself staring at the big letters saying at 22nd corner. Inside the gallery, owner is intently studying a large painting hanging on the wall. A portrait of an old man. Good afternoon. She turns around to look at me, and a smile of recognition spreads on her lips. Oh, aren't you the young man from the other day? Shinichi's student? How was it? That's right. Good afternoon, Mrs. Sayanji. I'm sorry, I'll be right back. I'm like really tired and I don't feel like sleeping. So hold on. I don't know, I'm like spacing out. I'm sorry.